This Bitcoin daily chart has me at the edge of my seat. I don't even know how to handle this as a content creator. I'm waiting for Bitcoin to break this crucial area. If you all know that crucial area, less than 1% away as I do this video, it's the bull market doors. This is an area that it takes Bitcoin a full cycle, basically a full 4 years to break, and this kickstarts the parabolic crypto bull run. Every cycle so far, there's no guarantee that it will happen again exactly the same, but all that I know is that data piece, we are so close to breaking on the Bitcoin charts. And though Bitcoin has not broken it just yet, I want to kind of track the story that is occurring right now, because a lot has played out since yesterday's video. I did a video yesterday around $53,000 or so, and if you look at the daily chart, above 57,000 as I do the video. Before we break down the Bitcoin charts and talk about the move that is occurring right now, monumental move, I want to just go over a couple quick things. And by the way, please hit that subscribe, turn notifications on, and smash the like if you find this content valuable. It means a lot to me. It's official. The new 9 Bitcoin ETFs have broken all-time volume record today with 2.4 billion, just barely beating day one, but about to double their recent daily average. I saw this post as well on X. The supply in the previous range of 50,500 to 52,500 obviously dried up, which caused the initial jump to 54,000. And then after hours, Bitcoin continued up to 56,500. This is like this stepping stone story of what we've been talking about, the supply shock. The supply shock, not enough supply. Honestly, couldn't have wished for a stronger start of the week. There isn't a lot of supply in this range. So if inflows stay strong, we'll be above $60,000 quite fast. All of this within context. Look at this. The Bitcoin halving has not even happened. What happens when the Bitcoin halving happens amidst the supply shock that we are seeing right now? I don't know, because this is the first cycle where we're seeing this data. We're seeing spot ETF demand like this. This is the first cycle. And then confluent with a Bitcoin halving, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to do. I saw this post as well on X, and then we'll hop over to the charts. Mike Alfred over here. We're at 56,800 Bitcoin, and the retail crowd is eerily quiet. People must be too busy with their kids, day jobs, and Instagrams. I didn't receive a single inbound text from a no-coiner friend this week so far. Search traffic is anemic. All the action is driven by corporates, sovereigns, and financial institutions with a very long-term horizon. The coast is clear, and we're heading into a significant bull market. I couldn't agree more. I posted on that post, I commented, I said, no text from friends until $80,000 this cycle. And by the way, that's actually a target we're about to look at on the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin right now, this is what we're looking at on the daily. This is what Bitcoin looks like. Don't you dare break the bull market doors while I'm doing this video. I didn't have too epic of an intro, but this is what the move looks like. Want to revisit a clip from yesterday really briefly just to set some context for the technical analysis aspect of the video. Check it out. The breakout. Then we have this new thing in play. That is to say, this area here, the top of the bull market doors around $57,500 or so. And then this upper trend line, we have this big resistance triangle area for Bitcoin. I will be watching very closely to see how Bitcoin interacts with this entire region. We're talking, and here we are. We're in the entire region. Bitcoin, like I said, it was around 54,000 yesterday. We're above 57,000. I do the video. So Bitcoin is in the big resistance area. I actually brought on this signals and overlays. You can see this Lux Algo indicator. This area in red that you see really does a good job of painting historical, kind of overbought type of environments for Bitcoin on the daily chart. And if we open up the actual indicators, you can see on inputs, it's the only one I have open. It's called a reversal zone indicator. So when Bitcoin reaches this area to the upside, it could be a reversal zone. And if you just go out on the daily chart. So, and I'm bringing this up because indicators like this, in terms of this Lux Algo indicator, when it's confluent with areas like the top of the bull market doors, right? And really just that macro resistance, confluent with the shorter term resistance that you see here in this kind of overbought environment, it's good to take other just indicators and data into perspective. But zooming out on that reversal zone, just check it out. You can see how Bitcoin interacts with this area when it's getting into this like upper end of the reversal zone. So we go all the way back here, October 2023, Bitcoin absolutely pumping, kind of cruises outside of that area briefly and then kind of sideways, pulling right back into the reversal zone wave, right? And then again over here, right into the upper end of the wave, and then there's the consolidation. So I think it's a good idea to keep an eye on this, right? Because right now Bitcoin is just in the upper end of this reversal zone, and that means based on historical data in regards to the reversal zone, Bitcoin could go higher and start kind of testing the zone, the top of the zone, even coming out of the top of the zone. Bitcoin could truly pump. Bitcoin could really put in a massive candle through the bull market doors. But there's obviously pretty telling evidence on the chart right now that as Bitcoin is within the reversal zone already, right? Well into the reversal zone and at this bull market door resistance, well, there's some potential resistance in play. But I'm telling you, the demand might push Bitcoin through the bull market doors. If Bitcoin breaks through the upper end of this range, and by the way, I should have charted it. I know I chart it all the time, but I know there's sometimes new people on the channel. The bull market doors is a bull market high to bear market low. It's that green Fibonacci retracement. It's a resistance area. When Bitcoin breaks that area in cycles past, it has triggered, here's last cycle, it has triggered a parabolic bull run for Bitcoin. There's the cycle before in 2017. For Bitcoin and the broader crypto markets, February 2013, that's what it looks like on the charts. Very quick context in terms of that. And this is where we are in those bull market doors. So the reason why this is so critical is because not only from a macro story that we've been tracking in terms of bull cycles and the shift into the parabolic move for a bull run, but it's just the confluence of resistance right now, even on the short term, is important. So if you're in crypto and you're watching short-term charts, we're at a really critical resistance area. And I think that's important just to kind of note. If we go to the weekly, I did want to point this out. In terms of the stock RSI, Bitcoin on the RSI, the slower moving momentum oscillator, pretty much looking very normal for this stage. That is to say, in the bull market door area, right? This is essentially in cycles past where Bitcoin hangs out in overbought territory. While it's breaking bull market doors, you can see it there on the chart. That's Bitcoin. Looks very normal on the RSI, the slower moving momentum oscillator right now, right here. Looking on the stock RSI, I just want to point out, and this plays kind of into the range of the RSI, the stock RSI right here, the quicker moving momentum oscillator, just look at it. I mean, it's not even really in overbought. There is room for that explosive move to the upside on the daily. There's room for the explosive move for Bitcoin, even to break even slightly above, if it wants to, this reversal zone on the Lux Algo indicator. And there's obviously room on the stock RSI to kind of cruise into that area. Just to give you some context and visualization, if we look at the last time Bitcoin broke the bull market doors, here, right here, November 2020, look at the stock RSI. Look how interacted. We're right around here. Right around when Bitcoin is entering those doors, so similar, just kept going. Even as it's going higher, it's just staying steady for weeks on the stock RSI, right? Overbought stock RSI before finally consolidating, right? And even then, the price was still going up. So that's a hint of how the stock RSI could react and could operate in a very bullish environment. So going back now to the daily chart, I just wanted to just make a note of this and then we'll talk about targets. Clear resistance right now that I'm watching on the daily. How does, in the next 8.5 hours, how does Bitcoin daily candle close? Even if all of a sudden in an hour, or as I'm uploading the video, Bitcoin breaks through, we're at 58, we're approaching 59, I could really see this. Even if that happens in the next few hours, does it come back down? Are we closing above or below these bull market doors? That will be huge. And I think this could be a reason why I do another video later, depending on what happens. But that's what I'm going to be watching on the shorter term for today. But just zooming out on the daily chart, I did want to make a note of just all of the targets that are in play right now for Bitcoin. You can already see for Bitcoin, this target all the way back here, I think it's important to note, falling wedge, kind of that entire bear market wedge, Bitcoin has hit the target. We've hit the target, 55,000. So now we're zoomed in and we have more wedges to talk about, rising wedges. We have this really big rising wedge, which is the exit of the bear market for Bitcoin, target to the upside around 70,000. And then we have this other little, it's pretty large, but still smaller rising wedge, crazy rising wedge, target to around 80, I believe $82,000 or so. So that is in play. This is what higher highs and higher lows look like. This is what supply shock looks like. These targets are in play. Doesn't mean they're definitely going to be hit, but they're in play, and there are things along the way to watch out for. Notice how when Bitcoin broke this upper trend line, this rising wedge with the $70,000 target, notice what Bitcoin did. Broke the upper trend line, revisited that trend line right here, and bounced to the upside. I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know if, but now that Bitcoin has broken this rising wedge, you can see to the upside. I'd be very curious to see if it hobbles around the upper trend line, if it revisits that upper trend line. Will it happen now? Will it happen at consolidation, maybe in a ascending triangle now? Or is Bitcoin just absolutely going to explode here, hit that overbought, just the reversal wave, just kind of little too overextended, and then come back into play, falling back, testing the bull market doors once again? That's something to anticipate for kind of a ride of volatility. But this is just something I wanted to do, an update video on where Bitcoin is right now. I really struggled whether or not I was going to do a video or just wait for Bitcoin to break this area. It's so close. But I figured, you know what? I'll record the video now. We'll see how things play out throughout the day. You'll be watching this video. You'll see whether there's resistance, or I might be getting comments, Dan, I'm watching the video. We're at 59,000. We broke the doors. And in that case, I'll be watching to see how does the daily candle close. And I most likely will be doing a video later just to do an update. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below, everybody. Appreciate you watching. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.